Welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? My name is Timmy. Some of you might get that joke, some of you might not. Alright, before we start, I'm going to be honest with you here. Sometimes, no mechanic out there knows everything. That's just impossible. So, a lot of times, we need help too. And very few times, I go up on YouTube when I come stumped with a problem. And if I find a video helps me out fix my car or fix the customer's car, it might not be much, but I give them $5. I mean, hey, you helped me fix the car, you helped me make money. Having said that, Eric, you owe me a lot of money. I'm just kidding. Eric is cool. Eric definitely knows what he's talking about, alright? Alright, let's get to it here. What we got? We got a 2012 Honda Pilot. We're going to be replacing the rear shocks. It's very important to have your shocks checked out and changed. The number one way of checking if your shocks are good or not is you take a corner of the vehicle, you bounce it, and if it bounces more than 2 or 3 times, them shocks are worn. A lot of times, people misdiagnose shocks when the car is dragging down. That's not the shocks, that's your springs. And the function of shocks, I'm gonna do this real quick. I don't want to get into too much detail about it. If you have a spring will constantly bounce if it got weight on it. A shock job is to keep that from bouncing, so you get that nice smooth ride. Today we're going to put on a set of nice Monroe shocks. Now Monroe has different shocks. They have the black ones, the yellow ones, and the blue ones. Whatever you do, I don't care what, because they consider the blue ones economy. Them things are junk. They are completely junk. Check out one of our videos on a Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee that we did. Within 1 week, them shocks were bad. I had to go change them for free. So, stay away from the blue ones. All right, we're going to set this up. We're going to do one shock at a time. And join us when we come back. We'll be back. Okay, let's go over the parts you're going to need. First, get you a set of Monroe shocks. The part number on these, now they're OES Spectrum shocks. Part number is 37339. OES Spectrum, OE Spectrum, Reflex. These are some good shocks here. I'm gonna show you the way a shock works. Now, when your car hits a bump, this shock goes down. See how it takes its time coming up? Now, if this shock was bad, that spring will just come up and keep on bouncing. But that's how a shock works. It keeps that system stabilized for a smooth ride. Alright, we're on the left side here, and what you need, you're going to need your, now I'm getting an impact, but you don't have to have an impact. It can be a shallow, or whatever you feel comfortable with, because I'm going to use air tools, so that's why I'm using impacts. A 17mm deep socket. You're going to need a 14mm deep socket. Again, it don't have to be deep, it can be shallow. I got a 12-inch drive, 12-inch, half-inch drive extension, and your ratchet. And I'm using the air gun. Alright, first thing we're going to do is find the jacking point on this vehicle. Now, you want to make sure you don't try to mess up the frame of the car, so that's why cars have jacking points. Now, if you see right here, how does he see it? How you seeing that? Yo, y'all gonna comment on this on Wesley his filming. See this little lip right here? That's specifically there as the jacking point. So we're gonna do, jack this. Okay. No, we're not going to need a jack stand, because this should be pretty quick. Now what I want to do is jack this vehicle up enough till the tire comes off the ground. I'm going to let it back down, but what I want to do is, I like to stay clean. I don't want to mess up people's driveways or yard, so that's why I got this cardboard here. So what I do is put the cardboard like that, and now I just rest it down. So first thing we're going to do is, we got two bolts right here. 14 millimeter, looks like a nut right here, and a bolt right there. That's the top of the shock right there. So let's get our air tools and take that off. We'll be right back. I got my extension, my air gun. Let's go in here and pop these off. The nut off. Bring that out like that. Shock is a little bit worn, but it's okay. Next we're going to do is go into the back of the truck. Get our 17 millimeter socket. Snap it on. Alright, now let's get up under here. And as you can see right here, here's the rest of the shock right there. There's the shock. So what we're going to do here is I got the bolt right here. This thing kind of rusty in there. Hit that again a little bit. Figured I'd go back into it. Yeah, it's coming out. There it is. A lot of rust on it. We're gonna put a little WD-40 on that when we go to put this back in. All right. Then we come back out here to the top. And maybe I might have to take the tire off, I don't know. But there's this shock right there. You come out. Okay, so I guess these are the original one. Yeah, it is the original one. Got the Honda. Alright. Let's get our new one in there. Go back the same way. Go down. Now I'm gonna put a little grease or anti-seize on that bolt. I'm gonna show you what that means in a minute. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got a little anti-seize here because there was a little rust on that. Now I could put WD-40, but eventually it would wear away. I'm just gonna put a little anti-seize right up here just so in the future this doesn't mess up and seize up in there, and that can cause a lot of problems. Alright, so let's go back up under here. I'm gonna use my hand through the top to line it up. Come on. There we go. Alright. Got that lined up. And I can go ahead and tighten that up. Tightened up. Done. Let's go up to the top and put those other bolts in. Okay, here we are at the top. Now you notice it's offline, it's not lined up. So you're gonna have to use a little pressure here. Just push that shock down. Get it lined up on that nut right there. Get that bolt lined up. Start the bolt in. Now that one's gonna go on. There we go, right there. Put our nut on it. Get our 14 millimeter. Tighten them up. There you have it. This side is done. So we're going to jack it up. I mean, let it down. Well, we're going to jack it up again. Take the cardboard from under here, and we're going to go into the other side. All right? We'll meet you on the other side. We'll be right back. All right. I'm just going to be the helper right now.
Oh, gosh.
Wesley is going to guide me to tell me what to do. And at the same time, I want you to do the same thing. All right, so Wesley, what do I do next?
You have to take off the 2 bolts on the top.
2 bolts on the top, okay. Take them off. Okay.
Now we have to take off the one on the bottom.
One on the bottom, okay. He's talking about the 17 millimeter bolt at the bottom, right there. All right, let me take this off. This is exactly what I meant by why I put anti-seize on that other one. These things get rusted in here. All right, I'm going to be right back. Let me go start the air compressor up and get some more air out of this. Be right back. All right, got the air compressor going, and what I'm going to do here is spray this little WD-40 in there. See, that's what the cardboard comes in handy, so instead of me dripping on the people's driveway, it's dripping onto our cardboard. Alright, now to get that WD-40 working in there, what I'm actually going to do is tighten up the bolt first to get it in and then come back again. Really in there, you can actually see all that rust. There we go. You know, that's what I say. It's very important to get you some anti-seize and put it back on that bolt when you put it in. This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Wesley. Let me shut the AC compressor, the air compressor off, and you tell me what's next. Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys. When you guys do that by hand, and it gets stuck like that. You know, just take your time and work with it.
Now we have to take it out.
Take the shock out, okay? Now, pay attention to this. This is good. See how wet that is? See how wet one is? Now better yet, let's go over here to the old one. Notice how dry that one is and how wet that one is. Also, you notice, look at the height of them. Let me go check something out. I'll be right back. Oh, you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. All right, now, very important here. You notice how short this one is compared to that one? Just out of curiosity, Wesley, what do you think? Why is that one shorter? Just out of opinion, what do you think?
That one's worn, and that one's...
Exactly. These are gas-charged shocks, and there's actually a seal inside. I wish I can cut this open and show you. This one, gas is all worn out of that one. So, when I push it down, yo, it's staying down. That means this side of the vehicle is, that's why when I just shook it, if I would have shook it from the other side, that car would have kept bouncing. You notice this side, this one, you push it down. See what it does? It's a busted shock right there. So, let's get this into the dirty box. Wesley did pretty good. You know, it's just that easy. A lot of these shops are charged. I've seen they charge you about $500-600 just to do what we're doing right now. All right, so you know, hopefully this helps you a lot. Okay, here we go with our new shock, and let's set it in there. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Let's go in there and put that bottom bolt in. Get our little anti-seize. And just put this along the edge of that bolt. And you can take a rag or something and wipe it around. You know, if you want, you can do it like that. You don't have to. I just did that just do it to this one to show you the different ways. Like the other side, I just put the bolt in there. Now I got stuff all over me, trying to help you out. I'm gonna take my glove off. And what I'm gonna do here, same thing, go up here, and you see the shock right there. Now I gotta make sure that hole lines up. Oh man, look at that, that's perfect. Get the bolt in there, start it, tighten that bolt right up. Done. Now, in years from now, if we change the shocks in this or whoever else, that bolt's gonna come out there with no problem. All right, let's go to the top. Got our bolts lined up right now. I didn't show you this on the other side, but you notice I like to keep the sticker showing out, so that shows this shock's been changed. So look, now we gotta push this down a little bit. Get that on. Get our nut and bolt on. $14mm with the extension. And actually, I don't even have to use the extension. I can actually, because it's got a lot of clearance in there, let's go in there like this. There we go. jack the vehicle up. Put this in a box and get this out of the way. Pull our cardboard from under there. As you can see how we got the dirt all right here and all that. That's good. See, the WD-40 spray, good. It's on the cardboard and not on the customer's driveway. All right, let the vehicle down. And that's it. So I'm gonna clean this up and then we'll be right back to close out this video. We'll be right back. All right, there you have it. Nice, quick, clean, easy job. How to change rear shocks on a 2012 Honda Pilot. Save yourself a lot of money doing it yourself. The only problem you might come across in doing this job is those bottom 17mm bolts, because the first one came out good, but that second one was rusted as anything. But if it's definitely your car, put some anti-seize on it. All right? This is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can.